Company is Crystal H Technology Screens, and you may hear my cat over in the next room calling out the window, which I have no idea what he's calling out to. I better get his door open up. Taco, are you okay? Yeah. Anyway, so this right here is considered to be the blackest motorized projection screen. The entire screen, well, not the entire screen, we got one strip area here, if you can see it, because the screen is really dark. That is actually part of the physical screen, but everything else is coated. Well, the wires too are not coated, but everything else on the screen is coated with the 39 Black Widows. People have been asking us about motorized screens for some time, even though we've done 3 customized screens, but just to show you that yes, you can actually convert a 109 cheap motorized projection screen we got off of eBay into this technology we have here. And like I said, when I painted everything, I painted the base, not the base, but the casing that the screen comes in. Move this back a little bit. There we go. The casing that the screen comes in, and the bottom half, all this is just completely painted. The screen is completely borderless, which has no border whatsoever. We expanded the screen from one side to the next and actually added just a little bit to the height. And yes, it does roll up and down, which we get asked this all the time. If I paint the screen, can I roll it up and down? Yep, you can roll it up, you can roll it down. Not going to jam the motor or anything like that whatsoever. And like I said, this will be my 4th one. I have 4 of these now. Well, I forgot about that. So I got 4 screens. I can change my screens up because we got the wall hooks in here now. I can come in here and give them one of my screens, and we do RetroPie one day, we do the Pac-Man screen another day. Kind of forgot about that. So I will be buying another one of these. Actually, this is much different than the other screen I had downstairs. The screens we had downstairs, you pretty much had to be careful when you're actually bringing it up because it would make this, sorry about that, clicking, grinding sound because the motor didn't know when to stop when the screen would hit all the way to the top. Also, too, this is much quieter. And on top of that, like I said, this is a newer model because I've never seen this one before. And it's quite nice. Now, how my screen is hanging up, basically went down and got some of those plant holders, paid about $4, and that's what I'm using to hang up my screen. Now, projectors we like to use in here is the Chrissy W505, very cheap, reasonable projector. Not going to cost you thousands of dollars, and again, you do not have to spend all the extra money for a high-end projector because the screen is failing. Let me see, where's the remote control? Right here. Good. Now the 39 Extreme Black Widow is the darkest screen paint we make. And because of the Heitner technology that we've been blessed to have, we can make a screen that dark, produce an amazing image, even when the windows are open. Now as you can see where my windows are at, it's not a long distance that light has to travel in order to make contact with the screen. I didn't get a chance to play with this yesterday. I was so busy with the other screen, which all last night. Oh my goodness, man. Beautiful. I ordered me a new lamp for my ViewSonic because my lamp on my picture ViewSonic is near dead. My picture quality is still good. Now, for those who want to know, projector we're using, you get asked this all the time, is the Christie LW400. Again, 720p projector. This is a WXGA. We got our projector for $109. They go for under $300. You get it for $250. And depending on if you can find the right merchant, because for some reason they've been going up, but even $300 is pretty good. But we've seen one before, I guess when they were going up, we saw them for about $100. Matter of fact, we did see them for $150. We saw a black one for $149, about $150. Now be careful when people are talking about quality, because when you're using a high-end projector, where's the quality coming from? Is it coming from the screen or is it coming from the projector? Since we have a 720p old projector discontinued in 2012 with only 1,000:1 contrast, that means the quality comes from the screen. Okay, so this is what I've been dying to do. I want to check out some certifies because this is what we designed it for. Well, we know what it's designed to do, but I want to show people that they can go out and buy a cheap motorized projection screen, very little for their projector, and take out a certified screen just by using our screen paint. So let's go pop over to, let's see, white screen. We'll start it off with that. We always start off with the white screen. Awesome, everything up. So we are going to take the most expensive screens out of our collection, which are gunmetals, and we are going to put these against our, all together. What would the screen would have cost me all together if I was consumer? And about 204, the projector, we're not going to get the projector all together. Screen itself, 109, and then 204. About goes around 313 or 12, somewhere in there. That's pretty much it. Yeah, about 313 or 312, somewhere in that category. That's cheap. Consider this is going to cost you $3,000. And again, gray screens, no, do not beat gunmetal technology. They can't even beat black diamond. Okay, so let's start right here. There we go. Make sure all our ends are nice and flat to the surface. Daylight screen right here. That's why I say you gotta watch some of these products, screen paint products that people claim that are gunmetal at the end of the day. No. If you have real gunmetal, you should be tested against gunmetal, certified gunmetals, which again, they don't do because they can't beat a certified gunmetal because unlike their product, the certified gunmetal can see white light. Their product can't. And we did the demonstration already, and it didn't come up too well. How many gunmetals have you screened and tested? And pretty much when you consider the fact that they're willing to skip the certifies and try to go straight for us, clarity shows that we are the best because they won't even go near the gunmetals. Think about that. A friend brought that up. He said, you know that, why do they always go straight for you and they never go after the certified? It's like we beat all the certified screens, so we must be top dog. They don't even go near black diamonds and every gunmetal screens we have here. They go strictly straight for us. So we must be the big dogs. because they skip over these. How many, have you ever seen any demonstrations saying today we're going to do a demonstration against 5 certified screens at the same time? No, they don't do that. They try to go straight after us. Of course. But that's a bad idea, because if you haven't beaten the gunmetal, and we have, what makes you think you could take us? There you go. That's why, people, we have the canceled orders and falsified orders, because again, they don't want this stuff coming down here, not against this technology. This would be really hard screen to beat. So, there we go. Just right there. I wonder what a motorized projection screen would cost one of these screens attached to it. Alright, let's get ourselves. Now, we showed you already before why silver and white screens are no good in dedicated theater rooms, yet they don't work. We got a dedicated theater room in the next room. It's different when people are sitting there talking about, well, again, you can't make that call. You don't have a dedicated theater room. Again, you can't make those calls. Do you have a physical outdoor screen that you can get access to 24/7? You don't. So how in the world can you tell people that products work on, when I tell people, I'm telling anybody, how can you tell me when your products work on these particular screens if you don't have access? This is why we have so many screens set up in different areas, because somebody says, hey, I want to see an outdoor demonstration. I can just walk outside. Which one you want? We got the deck, we got the 250, we got 180 downstairs, 150s. Which ones do you want? Upstairs, we got the motorized projection screens. We own 4 of these now. Which ones do you want? We don't go to customers. I can imagine going to a customer's house saying, hey, can I borrow your screen for a demonstration? No, we don't do that. All right, 3 expensive screens here. This one is $5,000. That's $3,000. Let me see, where's the DMG Supernova? That's a really good one too. That's what I'm saying. Where are your certified screens? These are all certifieds. I like this one right here. And this is what you should be seeing now. For people we do business with, yeah, these majority, most people we do business with will spend $5,000 for a projection screen. And the ones that don't want to spend $5,000 for a screen really don't have to. All right, let me see. Those are the 3 expensive screens we have in our category. Let me see what's the bird and remote control. We'll bring it back because I do not like to be close up on the screen. All right, let's bring it down to the white screen. And already, I love this part. We do this every time we go to a forum site. The first thing people say is, well, I can clearly see that those screens are going to pull a higher color. No. Again, we've been to this. Remind you, screen paint's been tested, so we already did the 9 screen certifying it already. But let's go again. Red screen. It's a nice day today. Voila. There you go. Let me get this in line, right? There we go. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
And that daylight screen, not daylight screen, needs to be laying flat. Not the daylight, the day and consumer, because of the reflective surface. Make sure it has a fair shot here. Okay. because it has a higher reflective surface than well, pause right there, make sure my stand doesn't fall. It has a much higher reflective surface. There we go. Any problem with these certified screens, you have to stand right in direct line on the screen. Okay. Slow color change out.
Getting that from YouTube.
At L'Oreal Group, 100% of our brands are committed to diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Were they real ones? Were they real?
So my customers just have to spend $109 or $100 to get a one of these screens right here from eBay. And our technology you're going to need only about 24 ounces to paint this screen size. It's around $204. And then if they want to use a projector, they don't got to go out and spend thousands of dollars for a projector, because again, usually when people spend money for those projectors, it's to make up for what the screen can't do. And still they have to be in the dark environment because again, as I said before, colors are going to wash out. And then they're going to have to calibrate. And so they have to calibrate a projector after you paid for it because your colors aren't coming out correctly. What's the point of the projector having what, 1,000,000 to 1 or 2 or 3 million to 1 in color, and you have to calibrate at the end of the day? That's pretty sad. And you can't use it in a fully lit environment. You can't have your windows open. I know, I've watched demonstrations. I've gone online and looked at them, and it's the same thing. Every time I see a projection screen set up, it's the same thing. Either it's an ambient light controlled environment or they're just sitting plain in the dark. So screens we have up here are 3,000, 5,000, and I think the DMP Supernova now should be around $4,000 for a 100 inch. Now, when you talk about quality, again, you can't have an overpriced, expensive projector when you're talking about quality because, again, where is the quality coming from? If someone decides to get a 720p projector, are they going to get the same quality in a video demonstration with an ultra 4K laser projector? They're not. So in order for them to get that image, they're going to have to spend the money for the projector. In our demonstrations, our customers don't have to spend the money for an expensive projector. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
And gunmetal can be the black screen. Not ever. Because our screens generate a 100% contrast level. Gunmetals have darker shades of gray. Even the gunmetal we have downstairs, I clearly explained, does not produce 100% contrast. It can't. Screen's not true black. Only a true black screen can do that. And these are the demonstrations I like to take over to the elitists over there because they have these screens set up. You go over there with gray screen paint, they will laugh in your face like, really, seriously? You're going to tell me that what you have over there is going to take on a screen over here that I paid $20,000 for? No. A black diamond couldn't even hold its weight to this screen. It's black. Black diamonds are gunmetal. Any screen that's gunmetal, I don't care how dark it is, can't even take this screen out. We got gunmetal technology that can take out certified screens, and it can't even take this one out. I don't know where someone got the idea to brainwash people to make them think that a light gray screen is going to be able to compete with a black screen. And these are gunmetals. These are the best gunmetals we have. This is why you got to go out when you have a gray screen. You got to go out and you got to spend money for your projector. That's why when I'm in forum sites and people are bragging about, I got a JVC, I got blah, blah, blah contrast. Yeah, but you're picking up a shade of gray. I can see it from here. Turn your lights on. See what happens. I can't turn the lights on because the screen will wash out. If you're so concerned about having an extremely high white level, why do you have a gray screen? Why don't you buy a white screen? You know, white screens produce the highest white levels. And next to that isn't a gray screen. A screen that produces a higher white level than a gray screen is silver. Silver screens produce higher white levels, like this one. So, way off. Completely way off. Alright, so we know our technology is better than certified screens. See me pulling my screen off with tape attached to it? This stuff bleeds into the surface, it ain't going anywhere. That's why I sat there and said, when I got the screen and I unraveled it, I sat there and said, some people will take these screens and set them up as they are. And I'm like, ooh, why? You don't pick up color with the gray screen. You don't pick up color with a silver screen. They can't see color. This is why when you go to a dealership that involves high performance screens, they don't direct you to these. They'll ask you what your budget is, and if your budget is basically $5,000, guess where you're going at? You're going near gunmetals. Because they're going to tell you at the end of the day, these screens right here, no. You want true 4K experience and all that, you want the best colors, the darker the screen, the more expensive it is, the more advanced it's going to make your projector look. Yeah, white screen in the middle. Now, those of you who have white screens set up for your home or business, yeah, that's what you get. Now, most people, they're using my projector behind me, and they say, wow, it only has 1,000-to-1 contrast. Maybe if I go out and I'll buy a projector with more contrast, I'll pick up an actual black level. Now your price tag is going to start jumping. Because they charge a lot of money for a projector that has an extremely good high contrast. We did that demonstration already, and we searched the web looking for projectors with a 2 million to 1 contrast, and they were really, really expensive. And then some people think maybe it's the lumens. Maybe if my lumens are high enough, I can pick up the picture better. No, it ain't gonna happen. Because the higher your lumens go, the faster you're gonna wash out your image. Keep in mind, you're already having a problem with ambient light in the environment, and then you're gonna hit your screen with an additional 4,000, 5,000 lumens of light. That's gonna wash out even faster. That's why I get from people that no matter, we went out and we bought this projector and it was 4,000 or 5,000 lumens and the picture quality was even worse. Yeah, because you're washing out your image, that's why. Or a black screen or a darker technology is designed to absorb the light. That's why in a dedicated theater room, when I show movies in there, you don't see light splashing all over the ceiling and walls. You just see this black vortex in the middle, this black hole, and an image pushing right through it. That's why. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now, if the gunmetals barely made it next to a 39 Extreme Black Widow, what chance would a gray screen have? Or silver, mind you, that's a silver screen, that's a white screen, and that is a gray screen. Let's go with the white screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Ah, was Mr. Bird wrong or not? Was he right or not? You see right there? I told you silver screens generate a higher white level than a gray screen. Highest after that would be white. I know myself. I've been doing this for many, many years, so I know my stuff. So if I tell you that a silver screen generates a higher white level than a gray screen, boom, boom. White screen generates the highest white level because it's white. And all three of these screens are failing right now. Because when we put on the white level, it allows me to see if the screens are generate too high of a white level. There's a certain tone you have to look for. If the tone's not there, then it means the screens are going to have a very difficult time trying to pull up everyday colors. Like purple screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
See if we can get one without all the commercials in there. There we go. But this is why you have to be in a dark environment. This is why you have to calibrate. This is why you have to buy expensive projectors. Because none of these screens will work. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Slow color changeout.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now keep in mind, so certain individuals can understand, the 39 is the most advanced and darkest screen we have. There is nothing in your collection that can touch it. Not ever. That's why you can't send your products down here legit, because you already know this already. And this is why you can never order this product, because you already know what it can do. There's no gunmetal screen that can match it because the screen's ultra black. As for these screens, they can't even touch it. So if you have a dark gray screen paint, it's gonna get blown out by the screen. It'll destroy it. If you have any light gray screen paints, it'll destroy it. So again, no. We have individuals who literally think their products work. They don't work. And it doesn't work at all. I bet you right now, today, if we go back to the site, I guarantee you that the video was never posted to the front page. Now, for those of you who don't know, we back our products up 100%. We have the best shipping policy. If you check it out, it's amazing. But also, too, on top of that, we back our products up, which means I have a video basically of me painting black paint into my screen, showing that our products in no way and whatsoever will ever be able to match black paint, black fabric, you name it. We have it on the demonstrations, but we put the main video up front for everybody to see. because that's something that I'm proud of. That's something I made to back my product on. Well, you have to be to back your product up 100%. Now, as an individual, we're not going to mention his name. We want to taint the video, but we know who he is. We did a video demonstration with the network rate 773. We sent him a personal message directly to his site asking him to back the product up and to post it onto his website so everybody can see it. So we're going to check in later on today and see if it's there. If it's not there, then it clearly tells you at the end of the day that this is a person who even he can see and understand and fully grasp that his product matched the house paint. But on camera, he tried to convince everybody that it's different. It's definitely different. There's between night and day. You can see it. He can see it. So if that's the case and he does back this, he should have no problem posting it directly to his site on a huge video player for everybody to see. AK Desired Nature.
Getting that from YouTube.
You have to be to back your products. I can't say that enough. People do demonstrations like that, and they know they messed up. They'll basically want to bury it in their archives as deep as possible. You don't want anybody to see it at all. We have no problem with displaying our test demonstrations. We do them all live so everybody can see them. But we have a lot of our test demonstrations posted directly to our website so people can come in there and check it out. When you come directly on my website, the first thing you will see, the first video that will pop up, the first video that will play, is me showing my product against black paint. And then at the bottom, we have more of them. Slideshows, pictures, videos, all tests done live. Now, if a person can back their product up 100%, they should have no problem with posting the same, right directly to their site. If it's not there, then clearly they understand that their product matched the house paint. Because if not, they wouldn't be embarrassed to display it, would they? It's simple and plain. You have me to back it up. Every company that develops any form of technology always has to back it up. Goodyear backs up their tires. On all the testing, they talk about it, they display it, they show it. Who do you know basically talks about something, does it, and never displays it? If I tell you that we're going to buy a $109 projection screen, use it on a $109 projector in a fully lit environment, put it against certified screens, paint it in no time at all, and display it, guess what? We're going to do it. Here it is right there. Matter of fact, we did 2 screens back to back. We did another one downstairs. I had to find that demonstration, man. I made the 4 black screen paints and put them on the site too. I want to put them up there too. Matter of fact, I might make a section on my page for all our tests and all our demonstrations right there for everybody to see.
You gotta back that up, you gotta back that up, you gotta back it up, you gotta back it up.
Never call your product the best or the best. Never claim to be better than anybody else if you can't back up your work. I'm expecting today to see that displayed on your website today in front. If it's not there, it clearly shows you cannot back your product. It's a Darkstar 9. If you're curious about the gain on the Darkstar 9, it's a 0.9. See if I can get that right. There we go. That, again, I haven't seen a lot of tests done. That usually when people are trying to do a certified screen, they will pick a screen that comes closest to the color of their screen, so that way they won't have much of a problem. When you do a certified screen demonstration, you're going to have 9 or 18 screens lined up there, all different forms of caliber screens. They can be light, they can be dark, they can be mid, they can be whatever, but they all have to be sitting against your screen. So that way you can see that that screen can be able to take on screens of any different caliber, any different shade, any different gain. Which means you need a stack like this. You need to get a stack to back your products up. I've seen the fellow to my eye paint screens. We've seen that stuff. It's too dark. The demonstrations are too dark. The environments are too dark. And again, where are the tests? One of the hardest tests you're going to do is called black versus black, which is going to go against black paint. And you will do that in a max out zone, which we have downstairs with all that light. You don't get a chance to use ambient light controlled environments. No, you don't use that. Outside or inside, whatever it has to be done. For those people who like to sit there and talk about how there's screen paints or ambient light projection, guess what? We did a 140-inch screen outside on an Optima GT 5500 at 140 inches. They're only designed to do 100 inches, and we did that outside. So when people sit there and say, look, ambient light projection, so, you're inside. We do those outside. As a matter of fact, I don't know what. We did a short throw outside. I want to do an ultra short throw. I haven't done one of those in a while.
Ring has an alarm.
Yeah, Ring has an alarm, and I use it to protect my home.
Learn more at ring.com.
So we're the only one who has that demonstration. You go to Google, go to YouTube and type in Optima GT 5500 outside 140 inch, we pop up. We're the only ones who did that demonstration. Nobody else did it. And we beat the promo demonstration on that projector. Because when they did that demonstration, they were inside. We did it outside at 140 inches, bigger than what the projector is designed to do. They only do 100 inches only. The promo. Oh, well, let me leave out of here. Let's go to my favorite one. LG Jazz demonstration. We do this one, and the reason why is because people who do gray screen paints, who try to fake their demonstrations, they will do this demonstration to death, and they will do it in the dark to say, look at the contrast, look at the colors. No. You're going to have to be in a fully lit environment when you do that one. Here you go. You got to have all this light. You got to do what? This is what we can do that other people can't do. We can look out the window. This is what you call real ambient light projection technology, where you can sit here and stare out the window. I wonder when they're going to cut the grass on that side. Because I swear that is definitely creeping over my gate. All right. Now, if you notice when we back up, nothing. It's blocking, giant bookcases and none of that nonsense. Everything's direct line with the screen, overhead lights. Now the reason why we do these demonstrations like this is so when customers are shopping for a projection screen setup, this is what you should be looking for. You should ask questions. Ask those questions. We love it. I love coming and say, hey, customer requested, customer requested, customer requested, customer requested. We love doing those. But when you see people doing demonstrations in the dark, especially with an Optima P2, which a projector is strictly not designed for being in a dark environment like that, ask questions. You want to see that demonstration done in a fully lit environment. If they claim that they have an outdoor screen paint, the screen can be used outdoor, you want to see that. You want to see that while there is daylight outside. And you want to see them pull contrast. Request contrast, request all of that, everything. If they're telling you that gray screen paint can do this, no, it can't. When you go to the website, you can clearly see it. They had no choice but to try to tell the truth the best way they possibly can. And I really don't see anywhere on the site where it says, hey, this is ambient light rejection technology, or can be used in a fully lit room without washing out or fading. Nope, never see that. So you need to ask those questions. Quite frankly, he's got a big enough yard out there to string up a 250-inch screen. Even 150-inch, he got enough room back there. He don't want to do it. You know what a 150-inch gray screen looks like outside? It doesn't pick up jack. The colors are washed out. Everything's washed out. Heck, you can take everyday black paint and beat that crap at the end of the day. But that's what you should be questioning. Now, for companies to ask us about, hey, can we use this for outside display? We got a whopping 250-inch outside that we can go outside and display off and say, hey, look, yeah, we got this screen. Here, so and so and so. What's the biggest screen you got? We got 250. Wow, 250. Yeah, here you go. Here's the video demonstrations. There you go. When you take any gray screen, put up to any white screen, it always fails. All right, let me see. Loving my motorized projection screen. Ooh, let's get these off here. We're done with these. We're done with these. We're done. We're done. We're done. I'm gonna enjoy my motorized projection screen with this thing to do. Now, we save our customers thousands, not hundreds. And technically, you can't say that you're saving somebody hundreds when they got to go out and spend thousands for the projector. Because there's going to be a difference when you're dealing with the gray screen between a projector that does 1,000 to 1 contrast and a projector that does 2 million. So again, they like to use those high-end projectors to make up for what the screen can't do. Yeah. When over here, we use 720p old model projectors on our screen in a much well-lit environment. And as you can see, the screen pulls up with no problem whatsoever. Oh, let me show you something real quick too. This is something else. You see the corners? See how well lit my corners are? This is one of the things we notice when we watch demonstrations, that the area in here would be really dark. Lots of shadows, lots of dark corners. Due to the fact that the ambient light that they claim that's coming from the windows or the door is making contact with the screen, and it isn't. I gotta get a picture of that to put up on the website. Let's see where we're gonna go real quick to finish this off. I gotta be outside today with the gamer paint. That's where I'm going to be at today. I was testing my speakers yesterday.
The reality of living with moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease means you might be dealing.
Hey, big man. Your food should be here today. I gotta go check for your food. Right, our day started for today. Object of our technology is to allow the customer to be able to turn anything they want into a high performance screen, even a cheap white motorized projection screen. They don't have to spend thousands of dollars, as I said before, for an overpriced expensive projector. They don't have to calibrate, they don't have to be stuck in dark environments. This is what people want. They don't want to be stuck in the dark, they don't want to calibrate, and they don't want to spend all this money for these overpriced expensive projectors. And at that, then you got to turn around, you got to calibrate and be stuck in the dark with that thing. Oh, come on. That has really got to hurt. Truthfully, the sad thing about it is it's such a everyday thing that people expect this. They consider this to be the normal, which is messed up. When I see people displaying white screens outside for backyard events, that washed out image, that is considered to be normal. That's not what your screen is supposed to look like. And people feel that in order to have technology for what our stuff does at the end of the day, or any one of these screens at the end of the day, you're going to have to spend a lot of money to do that. And you don't. All that ambient light and controlled environments, all that stuff was started with the certified screens to make up for what the screens can't do. And if anyone with a certified company wants to basically challenge me on that, well, I got a screen right here at the end of the day that can take yours out with no problem. And I can do it on a 720p projector that costs $109. Anytime. Not a problem. Inside or out, not a problem. So I already know I've been in the business for a while, and the same nonsense that the certifieds do, these great screen paints do the exact same nonsense, the same thing. Telling you got to calibrate because the screens can't see proper color. You got to spend money for this projector and that projector because, again, I guarantee you they'll tell you that if you want the best results, you got to get a 4K, you get a blah, 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 blah. That's bull crap. That's nothing but bull crap. You can use a 720p projector and get an amazing performance and save a lot of money. It all comes down to the screen. That's what it comes down to. Unless you got a knockoff, other than that, it comes down to the screen. The screen makes and breaks your projector. I've said this many times before, you can have the most expensive projector in the world. If you got a crappy screen, it ain't worth a dime. That's why when you go online and you look for the P2, try to find a promo demonstration. Try to find anybody that matches that promo demonstration. You won't. I've seen one person. They didn't have as much light they had in the promo demonstration, but they came close to it. But then again, they had a $3,000 Dark Star 9 hanging on the wall. That's a huge leap from a gray screen paint product. And the Dark Star 9 next to our technology, well, you already seen that already, what happens. All right, well, with that being said, I'm done here. I am going to, am I doing anything else today? We did the motorized, had some fun with that. Maybe we'll come in later tonight and play with that for a little bit, some more. I do want to play the gamer screen some more, and the gamer screen we got downstairs. So I'm gonna hook up my gaming system to that. What else? I definitely have my game. It's 127 inch to game on. Yeah, that'd be nice. We're definitely going to check the site. Definitely going to check the site. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that because I'll get that out of the way because the rest of the day I'm going to watch cartoons and just chill. I will be outside today. So that's definitely going to happen. But anyway, I want to go on the site and I want to see whether or not he posted it. Because like I said, we talked to him directly. We went right to his site. He popped up and started carrying on. We didn't pay him any mind. And we just typed over simple and plain. We need you to post this direct to the site because you should. Shouldn't be us asking you to do it. You should automatically do it because you want to back your product up. But the fact that people had to tell you to do this is pretty sad. And you should have that posted. It's right there directly on my website. Anybody goes to my website will see it right there. First video will pop up. It'll show me showing my product against black paint, black fabric, whatever, painting into the screen, doing the demonstration live. That's what you should have. If that video is not there, then we know at the end of the day, again, that you have come to the realization that your product is matching house paint. Okay, gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless.